This is Meteo Mundo.
Hi everyone, I'm Meteo Mundo Chief Meteorologist Rusty McCraney, and this is your detailed Bahamas forecast for Thursday, September the 7th. If you like the content and you want more forecasts for the Bahamas, please like and subscribe right here. Certainly helps out the channel. We'll start off with what's happening right now, the live radar on this early Thursday afternoon. Once again, it's a virtually dry forecast. There might be a couple of sprinkles outside, but I'm not concerned about any real areas of showers and storms developing. So we're looking great for Eleuthera, towards Spanish Wells and Dunmore Town, and up towards Abaco and Marsh Harbor. Grand Bahama looks fantastic. Freeport, Lucaya, up towards Walker's Key. Nassau, again, everything is looking pretty spectacular for us here on this Thursday. Obviously, one of the big stories we'll really closely monitor is Hurricane Lee. Lee is going to be a powerful Category 5 hurricane. That's now the official forecast from the Hurricane Center. If you see these dots that show 5, that's the Hurricane Center now forecasting winds of up to 160 miles an hour. Lee is forecast to stay about 300 miles northeast of the Leeward Islands and continue that northwest track. And then as we go a little bit farther out in time, once again, we'll still be monitoring this very closely for the Turks and Caicos and the Bahamas. Now, that being said, the global models continue that turn to the north, so it might slow down a little bit. Okay, and only a few very outlying models try and bring it anywhere near the Bahamas. Obviously, that's something to keep a very close eye on for early next week. But if I show you the GFS model for us here, this is going to be the actual loop of the future radar. You can see, again, pretty good berth in between the Leeward Islands and Puerto Rico. And then it begins that turn to the north, staying more than 500 miles away from the eastern side of the Bahamas. If this model holds true, there are going to be some subtleties in the steering currents as it gets into this area. There's a little bit more uncertainty because obviously you're farther out in time, but at this point in time, again, this is just kind of monitor mode, but none of the global models do bring direct impacts to the Bahamas. But as I mentioned in yesterday's video, one of the bigger impacts certainly is going to be the higher swell conditions out there. Now, the next couple of days look great for Grand Bahama marine forecast. This goes all the way down to the northern and northwestern sides of the Bahamas. South 5 to 10, southeast tomorrow on 8 to 12 knots, seas 1 to 2 feet. But we're looking pretty good overall as far as wind and wave conditions outside for any boating interest. Now, on the 5-day forecast, going to keep it dry through tomorrow. We'll introduce some scattered showers, but this is just more kind of tropical moisture ahead of Lee, beginning to ramp back up with the south to southeast winds. We won't have any direct impacts out of Lee or, any direct rain impacts out of Lee until a little bit later in the forecast, maybe beginning as early as Tuesday, but just beyond this. And again, I think that surge of tropical moisture comes into play. Now, we'll actually have a good chance for rain in Nassau on Saturday. So I want to highlight that. Scattered showers tomorrow, higher chance. We'll actually get a little bit drier forecast Sunday and Monday. Highs returning to right around 90 degrees. And again, expecting more tropical moisture to surge up as Lee begins to approach with the rougher sea conditions as well. That's something we'll closely monitor through mid and even late next week. That's the latest on the Bahamas forecast. Appreciate you watching. Again, if you like the content and you want that latest forecast, please like and subscribe right here to Meteo Mundo.